Rama, Lakshmana are about 12 years old, and Vishwamitra came and told Dasaratha, I want to take Rama with me to the forest because the Rakshasas are troubling us whenever we do our rituals. The Rakshasas come and spoil the place, and they come and do bad things in the Yagashala, and they always disrupt our Yaga. So we want to take Rama with us to protect us. Dasharatha says, why are you asking for my dear Rama? I'll come with you. How can my Rama? He's only Una Shodasha Varsho mein. He's not even, 16 years old yet. He's so young. When he gets up, he's so tired, very soft and gentle nature. How will he handle the difficult, difficulties in the forest? How will my Rama take all that, difficult stay in the forest? He's such a gentle person and so soft, and he has to be taken care of in the palace. He's not fit to go to forest. Dasharatha is begging. Vishwamitra refuses. He says, either you give Rama or I shall give Shapa for you. And then all are terrified of Vishwamitra's anger. So Vasishta Maharishi tells Dasharatha, you please send Rama, everything will be fine. And you are thinking about finding a bride for Rama, right? It's going to work. So you send him. And so Rama is ready to go. Wherever Rama goes, our Lakshmana will follow like a shadow. So lakṣmaṇenānuyātO, Rama and Lakshmana both go with Vishwamitra. YātO bhūstātavāchā munikatitamanoddvandva. Vishwamitra first taught him a mantra called Bala and Atibala. The rishis are so much mantra power. And so by teaching the mantra and learning that, the children have no fatigue. They have no tiredness and weakness. They are having divine energy in them. And our Vishwamitra is enjoying first night as Rama Lakshmana are resting in the shulra. So our Vishwamitra is looking at Rama Lakshmana as they are sleeping, and Kausalya Supraja Rama Purva Sandhya Pravartate Uttishta Narashadula Kartavyam Daivamanikam. Vishwamitra calls like this and wakes up Rama and Lakshmana in the early morning, and then he teaches them all things, beautiful mantras, and then how to use weapons and everything. Munikatitamanoddvandva shandadvakedah nrīṇāṃ trāṇāya bāṇaihi munivachana balat tātakam pātayitva. Then as the first yaga is started, Tataka appears, and our Rama is so gentle and soft, and his hands are like lotus petals. But when he has to kill, he will have the strength to kill. After he comes back and tells Kausalya Mata, I killed Tataka. Niya, you killed Tataka. Your feet are so soft like lotuses. When you walk, they become so red. And then you have the power to kill demon. I can't believe it. Mother cannot believe. Like that, our Rama, on one hand, is so gentle and soft, but when he is needed, he can be angry like and kill the asura like that. So he killed Tataka, and then all the rishis blessed them. Again, he got divine missiles. Labdva asmat astrajalam munivanamagamo deva siddhashramakyam. They went to the place called Siddhashrama, and then they see Maricha. Maricham dravayitva maghashirasi sharaihi anyarakshamsi nignan kalyam kurvan ahalya padipadarajasa prapya vaidehageham. Maricham dravayitva maghashirasi sharaihi anyarakshamsi nignan kalyam kurvan ahalya padipadarajasa prapya vaidehageham. Brindanashchandrachudam dhanuhur avanisutam indirameva labdva राज्यं प्रातिष्ठतास्त्वं त्रिभिरपि च समं भ्रातृवीरैः सदानैः runs away. And then other Anya Rakshamsi Nignam, other Rakshasas are killed. And then Vishwamitra brings them to the place where Ahalya Mata had been converted to a stone. And then when Rama came to that very serene place, he asked Vishwamitra to narrate the story for that, and Vishwamitra told. And then Rama put his lotus feet on the stone, and then beautiful Ahalya emerged. And Kalya Kurvan Ahalya. Ahalya was purified and became so auspicious like before. And she blesses both Gautama Rishi and Ahalya, bless Rama and Lakshmana. So, Kalya Kurvan Ahalya Padi Padarajasa Prapya Vaideha Geham. Then Vishwamitra took them to Mithila Nagaram, where Janaka Maharaja is the king, and he is holding wanted to get Sita Mata married, but he did not get a suitable bridegroom. And because he had given a very tough challenge to break the Shiva Dhanush, and nobody has been able to accomplish that, so Sita Mata remains unwed. Then Rama Lakshmana come, and when Janaka looks at him, he is so delighted, and all his Shanta Bhava vanished, and he is overcome with so much ecstatic bliss. And then Vishwamitra tells them, these are the sons of Dasaratha. They just killed all the Rakshasas, and then they redeemed Mother Ahalya, and now they are here. And then show them the Dhanush, show them the Shiva Dhanush, Vishwamitra said. And the Dhanush was brought in the assembly by so many men carrying it. And then our Lord Rama effortlessly lifted the Dhanush, and then he strung the thread, and he bent the bow, and it broke into two pieces, and a giant sound was heard. And then our Sita Mata is looking, who is this prince who has broken the bow? And then she's delighted to see our Rama. However, Rama says, let Appa come. And so a message is sent to Dasharatha, and the Dasharatha and all the queens, all of them come from Ayodhya. And then grand wedding is performed. Bindanas Chandra Chudam Dhanu Avanisutam, the daughter of the earth, Sita Mata, Indira, who is Lakshmi herself, Avanisutam Indira Meva Labdva Rajyam Pratishtathastvam. So, whenever we see wedding, we have to remember the story of beautiful आओ रे साक्षी दो गोपाल, साक्षी दो गोपाल. We have to remember the story of Sakshi Gopal. The beautiful Bhagavan, he came as a Sakshi and had the wedding performed for a beautiful Brahmana boy. In the Vidyanagara, in a village, an elderly Brahmin and a young Brahmin, both of them embark upon a Tirtha Yatra, and they want to go to Vrindavana. And so it's a very difficult path. This story was narrated by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to his Shishyas. And this temple, Sakshi Gopal temple, is used to be in Vrindavan, and now it's also in Cuttack, Orissa. And there only our Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw this temple and narrated the story to his Shishyas. So this comes in the Bhaktamal Grantha. And this elder Brahmin and young Brahmin, they would decide to go to a Tirtha Yatra. And those days, it was very difficult to take up a Tirtha Yatra. The villagers will come all the way to the border and say, please have good Tirtha Yatra. We don't know if you will return or not. Those days, it was very difficult to go on pilgrimage. They have to pass through dangerous forests. There were no proper roads, and there will be wild animals. There will be so many days without food. Like, people will not know if they'll come back at all. So all the people will send them goodbye and say, Hope we see you back, like that. Tirthayatra, if somebody takes, they have to be really brave. Like that, this older Brahmin and a younger Brahmin, they go on the Tirthayatra slowly. And then everywhere, this young Brahmin is taking care of the old Brahmin. Older Brahmin is rich and well-off person. The young person is very poor boy. And he's just accompanying the elder Brahmana to help him. And when they reach Vrindavana, and everywhere the boy is taking care of the older Brahmin as though he is his son. And when they reached beautiful temple of Sakshi Gopal temple there, and then they saw Gopal Mandir, and they saw how beautiful is Bhagavan. Then they decided to spend the night in the veranda over there. And when they were sleeping, the older Brahmana is thinking, this boy, you have served me so well. Even my own son will not serve me like this. You have served me so well. I wish to give you something. Please take. The boy says, Naine, I don't want anything. It is my bhagyam that I brought you, and I also got darshan of Gopalji. So I am good. I don't need anything. The Brahmin insists, the older Brahmin insists, says, no, I have to give something. Acha. I have a very young daughter, my youngest daughter. I will give her in marriage to you. The boy is saying, no, don't do like that. You are all rich and educated people. I am so garib hai. Who has no? So people don't have any respect for me. I am just poor boy. Don't give like that. No, the Brahmin says, no. I put this Gopalji as Sakshi. And he raises his hand and says, this Gopalji is Sakshi. I give my daughter to you. And so both of them, they spoke like this, and Gopalji is Sakshi over there. Then in finished, they came back, started all the way back, and they reached their village, and all the people are receiving the older Brahmin that he's so safe and came back safe. And the family is delighted to have him. They want to celebrate Utsav. The father says, Naine, Utsav and all, I don't need one thing. I told the boy who looked after me, I promised that I will give our youngest daughter to him. And the older brothers, his older sons are saying, have you gone mad? How can you promise like this? He is so poor pauper. He has nothing for himself. How will he support our sister? No, we won't agree to like this. The father says, I have made promise in front of Gopalji. Gopalji is not here, and Gopalji is not going to come and say anything. You just keep quiet. Don't bother. So the father was shut off like this. In a few days, the 2-3 weeks over, the Brahmin, other boy is thinking, will the older man come and give me the hand? What should I do? Since he's a bhakt, he's thinking, Gopalji ke samne they have done promise, so we have to do something, he thought. So he went to the house of the other Brahmin, he says, and the boys are opening the door. They said, why have you come here? Ja, we are not going to talk to you. And so he says, Nahi, your father promised that he will give his daughter to me. Have you looked at yourself? No way. There is no match here. You get out. So they threw him out. Then he called the village panchayat. In the village, there will be all the head villagers. They will conduct a panchayat. And they will, decide an issue. They will solve an issue by talking like that. And so they call the panchayat. So they are saying, the young boy is saying, the old Brahmin promised me that he will give his daughter's hand to me. The older Brahmin said, it's not telling now, he's scared in front of everyone. But he says, you bring Gopal as Sakshi. How will Gopal come as Sakshi? That's not possible. Then we cannot do anything, the villagers are saying. The head of the village are saying, unless Gopal has to come as Sakshi, he's not going to come, so it cannot work. The boy did not give up. The young Brahmin boy, he said, okay, let me try. So he went all the way back. And he went to the same mandir, Gopalji mandir, and he's calling, Aao re, Sakshi do Gopal, Sakshi do Gopal, sabne moho jhoot batayo. All are telling that I'm telling lies. मैंने साक्षी तोए बनायो. I made you as witness. चलो चलो रे, चलो चलो रे, साक्षी दो गोपाल, साक्षी दो गोपाल, गोपाल 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 गोपाल, ओ आओ रे, आओ आओ रे. Nothing, no sound. 3 days over, no drink, no food. The boy is crying. Then he is losing all his energy and is quiet. Suddenly, third day, Krishna is saying, Krishna, the Gopalji is talking, Are, pagal hai bhaiya? Have you gone mad? Murti thodi chalti hai. Does the deity, does the Vigraha ever walk? What are you saying? The boy is telling, Are, Vigraha can speak. Vigraha can walk. Murti can speak, right? Murti bolta hai. तो मूर्ति चलेगा. Come. Apo again is telling, चलो चलो रे, चलो चलो रे, साक्षी दो गोपाल, साक्षी दो गोपाल. अच्छा, गोपाल जी is telling, अच्छा, I will come, but एक शर्त है. 2 conditions are there. Whenever somebody goes to give witness, they are treated like with lot of respect and they are given lot of care. I need 1 kilo rice every day, bhog. You have to keep offering 1 kilo rice every day because I'm going to walk so much, I'll be tired. Boy said, Manjur hai, okay. Then Krishna says, you walk in the front, I will walk in the back, and you will never turn around and look at me. Boy said, okay. Then how will I know you're coming? You will hear my nupur, my anklets will sound. Then you will know I am coming. Then Gopalji says, once you turn your head and look at me, I'll stop in that place. After that, I will not move. Manjur? Boy said, okay. Chalo chalo re, chalo chalo re, साक्षी दो गोपाल, साक्षी दो गोपाल. आगे आगे बाल चलत है, पीछे पीछे श्याम चलत है. आगे आगे भक्त चलत है, पीछे पीछे श्याम. चलो रे, साक्षी दो गोपाल, साक्षी दो गोपाल. Slowly, Krishna is walking. The bhakta, good bhakta is walking. Then, pāya nūpur kūp bhajat hai. The nūpur is sounding. Gopalji is walking and walking. झूम चननननन नूपुर बजत है, झूम चननननन नूपुर बजत है. चलो चलो रे, चलो चलो रे, साक्षी दो गोपाल, साक्षी दो गोपाल. Like this, boy is singing till Gopalji is coming. Slowly, they reach the village border. Then the boy is thinking, we are almost come to the border of the village now. Poor Gopalji will be tired. Let me see if he's here. Even if Gopalji won't come after this, it's okay. He must be tired. And let the villagers can come here and look at him. Like this, the boy turned and looked. Gopalji stood like a Vigraha and with the holding the flute, the beautiful smile and wearing the beautiful nupur. He said, go bring the villagers. Then boys are shouting, Gopalji aa gaye, Gopalji aa gaye, Gopalji has come, Gopalji has come. Everybody come. All are rushing out of the house. Are you serious? Yes, Gopalji has come. So panchayat lag gaya again. And in this panchayat, the women, the children, the young people, the old people, all of the villagers, all of them came out. And they saw lovely Krishna standing under the tree, holding the flute and its beautiful smile and wearing the anklets like this, standing under a tree, and all are looking. Then the boy is again telling, Sakshi Gopal, you have to speak now. Everybody is saying, Gopal, is this true? Did this man promise his daughter to him? Then Gopal ji is saying, या के ब्याह की बात है साक्षी, या के ब्याह की बात है साक्षी, और मैंने या की दई है साक्षी, मैंने या की दई है साक्षी, मानो मानो रे सब मानो रे, मानो मानो रे सब मानो रे, ये साक्षी है गोपाल, ये साक्षी है गोपाल, गोपाल 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 गोपाल, ये साक्षी है गोपाल, ये साक्षी है गोपाल. Krishna said, yes, Manja, everybody, this is, I give Sakshi, this man promised. And so all are delighted to hear Gopalji's voice, and then the wedding happened. So then Sakshi Gopal came, and then the king heard about this beautiful Krishna, and then a temple was built in Cuttack, Orissa, and the Sakshi Gopal temple is still there. So like this, Bhagavan came as witness and conducted the wedding. So again we are seeing how Sita Mata was married to Ramachandra Prabhu, and all the people. I know it is very fun story. How many other times I say, I get excited. And so our Sita Mata with Rama, Urmila married Lakshmaṇa, and then Mandavi married Bharata, and Shruta Kirti married śatrughna. And beautiful 4 marriages happened in the beautiful grand mandapa. And then after the marriage, all 4 are coming back to Ayodhya. At that time, Parashurama has come. Arundane rushande Bhrugukula tilake Sankramaya swatejo Yade yaduṣi Ayodhya Sukhamiha nivasan Kandaya Kandamurte Arundane rushande Bhrugukula tilake Sankramaya swatejo Yade yaduṣi Ayodhya Sukhamiha nivasan Kandaya Kandamurte śatrughne kadato Gadavati bharade Madulasyaadivasam Tadarabdo abhishekaha Tava kila vihadaha Kekayadhisha putriyā śatrughne kadato Gadavati bharade Madulasyaadivasam Tadarabdo abhishekaha Tava kila vihadaha Kekayadhisha putriyā. Parashurama comes on the way as all the Rama and brothers with the Daśaratha are returning to Ayodhya. On the way, Parashurama came because the Shiva Dhanush was broken. Parashurama is furious, and so he comes and stops Rama, and then he has the Vishnu Dhanush, and that Dhanush also Bhagavan broke, and then Parashurama realized this is Bhagavan himself, and so Parashurama transmits all his powers to Bhagavan, to Rama, and then he went away, calmed down and went away. And so Arundane rushande Bhrigukula tilake Sankramaya swatejo Yade yaduṣi Ayodhya Sukhamiha nivasan Kandaya Kandamurte. After coming back to the palace, both Rama and Sita lived happily for many years. Kantaya Kandamurte. Gurvairappa, Rama is so beautiful, Kantamurte. And he lived happily with this Kanta Sita Mata. Sukamiha nivasan kandaya kandamurte Shatrughne kadado gadavati bharate. When Bharata and Śatrughna had gone to their Matulasya Divasam, they had gone to their mama's place at that time in the Kekaya kingdom. At that time, here Dasharatha Madulasya Divasam Tadarabdo Abhishekaha. Dasharatha started planning the coronation for Rama, but Bharata was not here. Bharata and Śatrughna are over there. Without having all the brothers together and consulting, Dasharatha started planning the Abhisheka for Rama. So, Tadarabdo Abhishekaha Tavakila Vihadaha Kekayadisha Putriyā. But Kaikeyi Mata stopped because we know how Mantara poisoned the mind of Kaikeyi, and then Kaikeyi asked for 2 boons, and then she says Rama should be banished to the forest for 14 years and my son Bharata should be king. She asked like this to Dasharatha. Dasharatha, before he said, ask me anything Kaikeyi, I promise. On my Rama, I promise. Ask me anything. He had no idea this is what she will ask. And so word is given. And word is like nobody goes back on their word at those times. Not now. Now Satyam has no value at all. So Dasharatha has promised, and then Kaikeyi asked for these 2 boons. Dasharatha is heartbroken, and there is no way how to stop this. And Rama is summoned. First day he is told that you are going to be crowned as the prince. Then next day again he is called and says you are going to be banished. Kaikeyi is giving command that you go, you wear the Jatajudhari, you will be dressed like a hermit and go to the forest. And Rama, he says, for my father's pledge, I will do anything. Pitruvakya Paripalanam, Rama is like that. Appearpata Ramachandra Prabhu. He never complained, he never questioned anything. He's ready to go. Then our Lakshmana, he says, Anna, how can I be with you? I will follow you. Okay, come. And then Sita Mata is pleading with Rama to take her. And after many arguments, Rama said, okay, come. And so Rama, Lakshmana and Sita are leaving for the forest. Tadbhuktyā yādukamo vanam anuja vadhu samyudhaścāpadhārah paurānārudhyamarge guhanilayagataha tvam jadāchīradhāri tādoktyā yātokamo vanam anuja vadhu samyudhaścāpadhārah paurānārudhyamarge guhanilayagataha tvam jadāchīradhāri nāvāsantīrya gangām adipada vipunastam bharadvājamārāte natvā tatbhuktyā heto ātisukhamavasaschitrakude girindre nāvāsantīrya gangām adipada vipunastam bharadvājamārāte natvā tatbhuktyā heto ātisukhamavasaschitrakude girindre. Rama and Lakshmana with Sita Mata, they go to the forest and Samyudhaścāpadhārah, taking the bow and arrow, giving away all their wealth. Rama and Sita, Lakshmana gave all their wealth, and Urmila, Lakshmana's wife, is over here. Lakshmana follows Rama and Sita, and Sumitra says, you go serve your Rama is Dasharatha for you and Sita is Kausalya for you, serve them. Like this, Sumitra is the Jnani. She did not cry. All the Ayodhya is crying. Kausalya Mata is crying. She says, I will go with you, Rama. How can I live without you? Rama says, your duty is by our father. And all the citizens are all crying. Kaikeyi, of course, is now in a different cruel state. So, when all are crying, the only one who is sane and wise is Sumitra, and she's telling Lakshmana, you take care of them. And so all three of them left, and all the citizens followed for some time. Paurānārudhyamarge. Sumantra is driving the chariot, and he brings them to the residence of Guha. Guha Nilaya Gataha Tvam Jada Chiradadi. There they gave up all their royal hairdress, and the hair was oiled and tied up, and then Guha helps them to get on a boat and cross the Ganga and go to the other shore. Nava Santirya Ganga Adipadavi Punastam Bharadwaja Maharati. They come to the ashrama of Bharadwaja Maharishi, and Bharadwaja tells them to go to the Chitrakuta Parvat and settle there for some time. So all of them go to Chitrakuta Parvata, and there they have happy times for some time. So Bharadwaja Maharat Natva Tatvakya Hedo Adisukam Avasas Chitrakude Girindre. Then here what happened? Daśaratha is devastated that his favorite son is gone, and so he dies, and he remembers the curse when Shravan Kumar was taking his old parents on a Tirtha Yatra and carrying them in a basket and taking them. Daśaratha has gone to the forest in the hunting animals, and when he heard Shravan Kumar taking water from the pond, he thought it was a wild animal. So without looking, he left the arrow, and then the arrow hit him, and Shravan Kumar died. Daśaratha runs quickly to see it was a man. So he feels terrible, and Shravan Kumar says, please give this water to my parents. And Daśaratha goes there and he accepts his mistake. He says, when they ask, where is our son? He says, I accidentally killed him thinking it was an animal. So they curse him, say, you will also have be separated from your son in your last moments, and you will die agonizing for your son. And like this they cursed. Daśaratha told the truth and came back. And after that, many years gone, he didn't remember. And now today he remembers, Rama is gone. Daśaratha has no meaning in life anymore. And so he's lamenting and crying to Kausalya all night. And then he died. So Bharata and Śatrughna were called back. Shrutva putriyāmiṣṭimiṣṭvā khalu bharatamukhan swargayādam swadādam tapto datvāmbu tasmai nidarita bharade pādukāmedinīca. Shrutva putriyāmiṣṭimiṣṭvā khalu bharatamukhan swargayādam swadādam tapto datvāmbu tasmai nidarita bharade pādukāmedinīca. Atriyam natva tagatva vanamati vipulam dandakam chandakayam atva daityam viradham sukadimakalayaha charubho sharabhangi. Atriyam natva tagatva vanamati vipulam dandakam chandakayam atva daityam viradham sukadimakalayaha charubho sharabhangi. When Daśaratha died like this, and then Bharata was informed, and Bharata Śatrughna came back, and they saw whole Ayodhya is in a sad state where everybody is in grief and despair. We never seen Ayodhya like this. And Bharata is asking what happened, and Kaikeyi is telling, oh, it's nothing, just I asked that you be the king and Rama should go to the forest. Bharata is devastated and crying, unconsolable, and he goes to Kausalya's chamber, and Kausalya Mata also first suspects him, and then when she saw how much innocent Bharata is, and she also hugs him and then consoles him, and then Bharata and Śatrughna, they spot Mandara, and then they understood Śatrughna is furious, and about to kill Mantara. And Bharata says, if you want our Rama to be not angry with us, you don't do that. And so they control themselves. And then both of them, Bharata says, I have to bring Rama from the forest. I cannot take the Rajyam. I don't want. And so all of them proceed to bring Rama. With a huge army they go and they come to Bharadwaja ashrama, and Bharadwaja gives them a feast. And then they go to Chitrakuta Parvata, long far away. Bharata sees Rama and Rama sees Bharata, and the tears are flowing. And they say, Anna, I cannot live without you. Please come and take the kingdom. I will go to the forest in your place. You please take the Rajyam. I don't want. Rama says, Appa has given the pledge for my sake. I have to fulfill the pledge. Nobody can do it, else can do it. You please go, Bharata. Like this they are arguing, and all the big older people try to give them advice. Rama will not listen. Rama is very firm. And so Bharata begs, Anna, can you please give your paduka to me? Tapto datvābu tasmai nidadita bharade paduka medinīca. Our Ramachandra Prabhu gave this paduka. Our tradition in our Hindu culture, we always worship the feet of Bhagavan. We worship the feet of Bhaktas. Bhakti is about worshipping the lotus feet. When we start with the feet, we are doing Sharanagati to the feet. Then all the blessing come to us easily. When the feet were worshipped, then all the other Indriyas engage in worship. So the feet are very important. Whether it be a yogi, whether it be a jnani, whether it be a pandit, whether it be a very siddha, all of them, if they do not have the surrender bhava, if they do not have the the respectfulness for the feet of Bhagavan, their knowledge is waste. Tulsidas ji also says like this: Sadak siddh vimukh udasi. Sadak, siddh, vimukh, vimukta udasi, all of them. Kavi kovide kratanya sannyasi. Whether it be a kavi, a poet, or intelligent person, or sannyasi, all of them. Jogi sur sutapas jnani. It's a great yogi, or if it is a great tapasvi, or if it is a great jnani, dharma nirate pandite vijnani. Dharma, very dharmatma, or if it is a pandit, or it is a vijnani, means one who has anubhava. Even such person, tarahina binuse, without the Sharanagati to Bhagavan, they will not attain anything. All their sadhana is all waste. Unless they do total Sharanagati to Bhagavan. Tarahina binuse mama swami Rama namami 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 Rama namami namami namami. So they have to do surrender to Rama and the lotus feet. Only then all our sadhana bears fruit. Without that bhakti, without that sharanagati, there is no point in being a pandit or a poet or a vidwan or a sadhak or a siddha or a tapasvi or a yogi or a jnani. Everything waste. Unless you are Ram namami namami namami. This is why padukas are given. The padukas are very significant. So Bharata takes the paduka of Rama and installs them in Nandigrama. And for 14 years, each day he is waiting and waiting and waiting. He did not enter the palace Ayodhya. He was also living like a hermit and getting up early in the morning and doing all the ritual and continuously immersed in the bhava and smarana of Rama. He was experiencing deep viraha, and 14 years he spent like this, bathing in the cold waters in the Godavari, like how Lakshmana was doing over there. Here Bharata is also doing all the discipline, waiting each day, and then over after 14 years only, Hanumanji will come and give news, and then Bharata will give the kingdom back. So until then, Bharata is ruling from Nandigrama. He did not even enter the palace. He is in the outskirts, ruling from there, having Rama's padukas installed on the simhasan. So, tapto datvāmbu tasmai nidadida bharade paduka medinincha atrim natva tagatva. Then they go to Atri and Anasuya, and both of them bless Mother Sita. Anasuya Mata blesses Mother Sita. She is the greatest pativrata, and so she gives a lot of jewels and a lot of beautiful dresses, and Sita Mata is blessed. Then they enter the Vishalamana Dandaka forest. Dandakam Chandakayam Atva Daityam Viradham Sukadimakalaya Charubho Sharabhangi. Viradha Dasura comes and Bhagavan kills him, and then Sharabhanga Rishi is granted liberation. Then next, Natva Gastyam Samasta Sharanikara Sapatrakritiam Tapasebhyaha Pratyashraushi Priyaishi Tadanucha Munina Vaishnave Divya Chape Brahmastre Chapi Datte Patipitra Suhridam Viksha Bhuyo Jatayum Moda Goda Tadande Haridamasipura Panchavatya Madhutya Natva Gastyam Samasta Shara Nikara Sapatrakritiam Tapasebhyaha Pratyashraushi Priyaishi Tadanucha Munina Vaishnave Divya Chape Brahmastre Chapi Datte Patipitra Suhridam Viksha Bhuyo Jatayum Modat Goda Tadande Paridamasipura Panchavatya Vadhutya. All the rishis and Agastya he met, and Agastya and all the rishis, Rama gave promise that he will kill all the Rakshasas. And so Tapasebhya Pratyashraushi Priyaishi Tadanucha Munina Vaishnave. Agastya gave him more divine weapons, the Vaishnavastra and the Brahmastra. And then Bhagavan met Jatayu, the friend of Dasharatha. So he met Pitra Suhridam Viksha Bhuyo Jatayum Moda. Jatayu, the great eagle, Bhagavan met. And this Jatayu has a very important role. And then they all settled in the Panchavati ashrama. Lakshmana built a beautiful ashrama for them, and in the banks of the Godavari river they settled in the Panchavatya Vadhutya. The Panchavati area, Bhagavan with Sita and Lakshmana settled there for some time. And then who came? Shurpanaka. Praptaya Shurpanakya Madana Chaladrite Rathanai Nisahatma Tam Saumitrau Visrajya Prabalatamārusha Tena Nirlunanasa Praptaya Shurpanakya Madana Chaladrite Rathanai Nisahatma Tam Saumitrau Visrajya Prabalatamārusha Tena Nirlunanasa Drishtvainam Rushtachittam Kharamabhipatitam Dushanam Chatrimurdham Vyahimsi Rāsharānapi Ayuta Samadhikan Dakshana Dakshadoshma Drishtvainam Rushtachittam Kharamabhipatitam Dushanam Chatrimurdham Vyahimsi Rāsharānapi Ayuda Samadhikan Dakshana Dakshadoshma Nadride Rathanai Nisahatma. When she saw Rama Lakshmana so handsome and beautiful, Shurpanaka came and she is telling, I will be your wife. She is telling Rama. Rama says, I am already happily married, you may approach Lakshmana. So, Tam Saumitra Visrajya, Lakshmana Swami he got angry and his eyes became red and he cut off her nose. Prabalatama rusha tena nirlona nasa. Shurpanaka is insulted, so she runs away in great anger and tells her brothers Khara and Dushana and Ravana. And then Khara Dushana come with 14,000 Rakshasas and attack. Kharamabhipatitam Dushanam Chatrimurdam Yahimsirasharaṇapi Ayudha Samadhikan Takshana Dakshadhoshma. And then Rama said, Lakshmana, you be here with Sita, I will take care. And Rama single-handedly killed the 14,000 Rakshasas and Khara and Dushana. He killed all of them. Khara, Dushana, first when they saw Rama, they are telling Ravana, beautiful princess have come to the forest. They have beautiful, lovely lotus eyes. How will, enemy they are looking, but even that enemy they are attracted because of the beauty of Rama. And then they are killed. Now Ravana is furious. He comes in a disguise, and Maricha comes in the form of a golden deer. Sodarya proktavarta vivashadashamugarishta maricha sarangam sarasakshaspridamanugatah rāvadirvāṇagatam tanmaya kandaniryapita bhavadanuja rāmastvaṁ aharshite tenātopi tvamandha kimapi mudamadaha tatvadopāyalabhat. Sodarya proktavarta vivashadashamugarishta maricha sarangam sarasakshaspridamanugatah rāvadirvāṇagatam tanmaya krandaniryapita bhavadanuja rāvanastam āshite tenātopi tvamandha kimapi mudamadaha tatvadopāyalabhat. Sodarya proktavarta vivashadashamuga. Sodarya proktavarta. Shurpanaka went and told Ravana that this Sita and is very beautiful and she is the wife of Rama. When Ravana heard, he became infatuated. Vivashadashamuga Rishtagaricha Maya, he calls Maricha. And Ravana told Maricha, you become a elusive deer. Maya Saranga Sarasaksha. So Maricha tried to stop Ravana, he did not listen. And then he became a golden deer and went and started sporting right outside the ashrama of Rama Lakshmana. And Sita Mata is watching and said, Rama, can we take this deer to Ayodhya with us? And Rama is telling, first time she is asking me something, so I am going to get it for her. Lakshmana, you be here. You take care. I will go and get the deer. And so Rama follows the deer and the deer chases and goes far away, far away, far away. And Rama is Lakshmana is here. Sita is telling Lakshmana, you go and help Rama. When Rama left the arrow to kill Maricha, he's crying Rama, Lakshmana, as though he's telling Lakshmana, Lakshmana, as though Rama is wounded. Maricha is calling Lakshmana. And so Sita says, see, our Rama is in danger, you go right now. And Lakshmana says no. But Sita Mata does not listen. So Lakshmana also leaves. And when both of them are gone, Ravanastam aharshite tenātopi tvamandha. Bhagavan is feeling so sad for being separated from Sita Mata. We see how Vilapam Pannavar Bhagavan will be crying for Sita and in roaming in the forest. But inward, Bhagavan knows this is the chance to kill Ravana. So, Kimapi mudamadaha tatvadopāyalabhat. He knows the avatara karya is about to come. So, Bhagavan even knows. So, it seems quite like that Bhattadri is saying in the Narayanyam. And then, last shloka, Bhuyastanvim vichinman agridadashamugastvadvadu magvadeni tyuktva yate jatayau divam अदसुहृदप्रादनो प्रेदकार्यं गृह्णानं तं कबन्धं जगनिद शबरीं प्रेक्ष्य पम्पातटे त्वं सम्प्राप्तो वातसूनुं वृषमुदितमनाः पाहि वातालयेश भूयस्तन्वीं विचिन्वन् आहृतदशमुखस्त्वद्वधूं मद्वदेनेत्युक्त्वा याते जटायौ दिवम् अदसुहृद प्रातनो प्रेतकार्यं गृह्णानं तं कबन्धं जगनिद शबरीं प्रेक्ष्य पम्पातटे त्वं सम्प्राप्तो वातसूनुं वृषमुदितमनाः पाहि वादालयेश. Is looking for Sita everywhere, and then Jatayu comes and says, Ravana abducted Sita, and while I tried protect her and stop him, he killed me and I am wounded. And when Rama heard all this, after saying like this, Jatayu died. And Rama only performed the Predakaryam, Pratano Pretakaryam. He sent Jatayu to the high state which Brahmajnanis attained. And then Grinnanam tam kabandam jaganida. He saw Kabanda, and Kabanda gave the hint that Sita Mata is in Lanka, far away he could see. And then Shabari Mata is there. Shabari is given moksha. Shabari impreksha pampa tade tvam samprapto vatasunum. Finally, they meet Anjaneya, Anjaneya, Anjaneya Rama, Anjaneya, Anjaneya Rama, Anjaneya, Anjaneya, Anjaneya Rama, Anjaneya, Anjaneya Rama, Anjaneya, Anjaneya, Anjaneya Rama, Anjaneya, Anjaneya, Anjaneya Rama, Anjaneya, Anjaneya Rama, Veeranjaneya, Anjaneya Rama. So they see in the Shabari Mokshatikaparam, they meet Pampa Tade Tvam Samprapto Vatasunum. Hanumanji has come. And so all the things will turn positive direction now. Rishamudita Manaha, Bhagavan is delighted to see his Uttama servant Hanumanji, and Hanumanji is delighted to see Rama Lakshmana. Hey Gurvairappa, such a beautiful Rama avatara. I shall narrate the rest tomorrow, says Bhattadri, and he finishes Rishamudita Manaha Pahi Vatalayesha, and Rakshikaname Krishna. Like this, our Bhattadri offered canto number 34. Janaki Kanda Smaranam, Jai Jai Rama Rama, Hanumat Bhagavan ki Jai, Sadgurunath Maharaj ki Jai, girvāṇairarthyamānO sharanam, Sandranandavabodhatmagamανupamidam, Kaladeshavadibhyam, Nirmuktam Nityamuktam, Nigamashadasahasrena Nibhāsyamanam, Aspashtam Drishtamatre, Punarurupurushatatmakam, Brahmatattvam, Tattavadbhāti Sakshat Guru Pavanapuri Andabhagyam Janana. Shri Krishnaya Parabrahmane Namaha. Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare.